Alright kids, Caster on Gaming here. We're beating around the bush. In this video, we're going to be going over one of the safest builds you could have for the Dawn of the Hunt League coming out on April 4th. Now, it is a Spark Spellweaver build. Yes, I know, before you click off the video, just hear me out, okay? The reason I'm saying this is the safest build for League launch is that now a pretty big nerf. Anticipated nerf for Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder, okay? But this build does not use those Heralds. You're using a wand and a focus here, so you don't need those Heralds if they get nuked into the ground where they're unusable. You don't have to worry about that. Now the only thing we might have to worry about is, yes, this build does depend on Energy Shield and Grim Feast and Chaos Inoculation. Of course, that combo is so strong good. Now, if that gets nerfed, then we'll have to swap over to either Evasion or Life and Armor, if they fix Armor, that is, and Life. And if Armor doesn't slow you down, but if Armor still slows you down, fuck that. I'm going with Energy Shield all day long. Wind Dancer, too. Stack that up, and unfortunately that means Chaos Inoculation will be off the table because that reduces your life to 1, and, well, Evasion won't be good enough to save you in that regard, especially if there's no Energy Shield incorporated. Now, this build is very strong on its own. It's not min-max at all. This is not a GOAT endgame. This is a budget Spellweaver Spark build with Orb of Storms and Firewall. I think the most this costs me, I think total, maybe a Divine total, like across the board with everything I bought for it, including the spell and all the plus to all spells, focus, and the amulet that has plus 2 to all spells as well. Pretty damn good, and you need spell damage because that boosts up your freaking damage by quite a bit. So yeah, plus to all skills, plus to lightning skills, plus 5 to lightning skills on the wand. That thing was expensive. I think it was the most expensive thing I bought. It was like 250 exalted, if I remember correctly. And everything else, yeah, costs the rest of that Divine. So yeah, very budget friendly. And obviously with the new economy of the new league, that will change prices, things will change, you know. It'll be a lot harder to get those items until you either get them for yourself or hopefully buy them cheap on the market before the inflation goes up. If the inflation goes up, unless they introduce some kind of crafting thing so we can have a proper sink for currency a la Divine Orbs. But it remains to be seen here. Now I'm going to show all my gear and everything, all my skill gems, passives, everything you need at the end of the video here, so you have an idea what to look at. Now, yeah, it's not super strong. I'm still working on it. I just started this character a few days ago, and I've been bumping it up and just getting everything thrown together for it to make this video. And it's still effective. You still clear tier 15, 16s, no problem. It is a very good safe build and pretty defensive as well. Now, endgame bosses, I haven't done the endgame bosses with this build. I'm sure with enough investment you can absolutely do it with enough impact of stacking damage and stuff like that. But right now this is not for endgame bosses, just for clearing maps. Some map bosses you could do this, no problem. Some of them, if they're a little more tanky, might be a little trickier, but it's just for clearing out those maps and not even thinking, just clearing maps and going forward. So that's pretty much it. Sorry if I missed any fine details here, but a Sigil of Power too. Don't forget the Staff of Sigil of Power. The higher the level, the better, because you'll get more spell damage out of that. And obviously, as you can see, I have that on my back bar. I think it's a level 17 or an 18, I can't remember. That with Mana Tempest stacked on top of each other dishes out even more damage. And on that boss back there, I screwed up my rotation, so you didn't get to see the best damage output there, but whatever, you know. Also, I forgot to mention the Call of the Brotherhood unique ring I have on, which is a crucial part. You get it very early in the game. I can't remember what level you can equip it, but as soon as you use it, it's great. It converts all your lightning damage, 100% of it, to cold damage, which is great for freezing enemies, which is another, not just offensively, but defensively as well, because you freeze them, and you do get freeze built up on the skill tree as well. And it just makes playing through the game so much better, especially combined with Ice Wall. be freezing enemies and doing more damage and just staying safer out there. But anyways, that's the detail I forgot. Thank y'all for watching.